Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Bundles checking in, and we're back with another episode of Story Time. This will be the third episode, or I guess you can say the third story that we go get into. And this one is about the first orgy I ever went to, man. And it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Give me a brief second, we'll be right back. So that's footage from fucking Bright Memory on Xbox Series X and X and S, or whatever. You know what the fuck I mean, bro. Dope ass game. That shit look good, don't it? Look crispy than a bitch, don't it? I know, I know. Alright, so in this story, some names and locations will be changed to protect the innocent, bro. You know, niggas have families and shit. So if you watched my first story time video about me and my cousin Drew, in that video I stated that at that point in my life there was like a good 3 to 4 years where like the only people I actually hung out with were the men in my family. And all the men in my family were clearly older than me, like mid 30s to mid 40s type shit. You know what I'm saying? There were no other men in the family around my age. They were either like by that time, because I'm like 19, 20, 21, 22-ish. So whenever I was back home, that's who I would be with. Where all the other, dudes in the family were younger than me. These niggas would still be in like middle school and high school and shit. So at this point, I would always hang with the older men in my family. So of those men who I was around frequently around that time, they had friends who would always be around. So it was usually like a group of maybe 5 to 8 of us any given day. 5 to 8 of us, right? So to protect niggas' lives today, everybody married, family, kids, and all that shit. And I just found out that somebody watched this video, one of their families or whatever. So we're not gonna use full names. We go give niggas different names and all that shit. I still love y'all, bro. I'm not getting nobody in no trouble. So this would have had to been around 2007. 2007. Summer of 2007. That sounds about right. Yeah, that had to be right, 2007. So I'm at my mom's house. I'm on her computer, and this is during the time my mom, even to today, she's very iffy about people using her computers and shit because she doesn't understand technology and she doesn't want to understand it. She one of them stubborn motherfuckers. But at this point in time, I'm on her computer and I don't know how I did it, but I stumbled across some Yahoo group shit. And at this time, I was probably searching for some nasty shit. So I wound up coming across this Yahoo group called House Party Encounters, which was based in the Metro Detroit area. And at the time, I didn't know, what the fuck it was, but it just said, hey, basically in so many words, meet women in your area. In so many fucking words. So I'm all for it. I joined the group, looking at the pictures, and I'm like, oh, these bitches get loose. Now, looking at these pictures at the time, I knew nothing about stock photos or, altered photos and shit like that. No, I don't think too many people did, Unless you were a professional at doing that shit, it wasn't like one of those common knowledge things at this point. So in these pictures, I'm seeing attractive black women, attractive white women, you know what I'm saying? They kissing each other, kissing on dudes, and I'm like, yeah, this is something I'm trying to be a part of right here. I'm gonna tell everybody else about it too. So, I joined the group, I get the little invite, all this shit. And I remember the next time I got around the fellas or whatever the fuck, I bring it up. And they all laugh at me for a little bit. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable now. Why y'all whole ass niggas laughing at me? And let's just say his name is Gary. Gary goes, bro, that's not what you think it is. I don't think you wanna deal with that. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, is this some gay shit? Because if it's some gay shit, I definitely don't want to do it. Let me know if it's some gay shit. It's like, no, it's nothing gay, but we went before and it's just nothing you would enjoy. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So y'all niggas been before. you don't want to go back. It had to be some gay shit because, we dudes, all we talking about is fucking chicks, and, one of them had a very, very lengthy track record of just, and he wasn't even trying to go. So I'm like, yeah, it had to be some weirdo shit, bro. So these niggas just kept telling me, like, it's just not what you think it is. So after like 2 or 3 minutes of them niggas just repeating the same bullshit over and over, I'm like, give me a breakdown or something. The long story short, it's like, it's just going to be a bunch of guys there, probably 2 or 3 chicks. They're not going to be cute. You end up getting some head from a fat chick, and it probably won't be worth it. So I'm like, oh, it's one of those type ordeals. Gotcha. When you say head from a fat chick, how fat are we talking and how good is the head? Yes, at that point in my life, I was that nigga. Yes, again, I was young and full of it. You feel me? So after about a good another 5, possibly 10 minutes of debating this shit back and forth with these niggas, it came out like, yo, just take me to one. I never been to an orgy. I seen it in the movies. The shit looked lit. I want to go. All right, we go take you to the next one. So I think it was like that week or the week after. I'm not 100% sure, but it was for surely a Saturday. And I remember what I had on. I had on some red hoop shorts, a blue tee, long white socks, and I had on a pair of They were some Team Jordans. I ain't gonna hold you up. They were some Team Jordans, but they were the Dwayne Wade joints, the ones with the big like hole in the side. I had them bitches on, bro. I'm not gonna hold you up. So we link up. Now I kind of don't want to say where we linked up at because it would kind of be well, fuck it. We linked up at my cousin June house. Like we all linked up at my cousin June house. The idea was, all right, we go take this nigga to the orgy, whatever, let him see what it's like. Then we probably go to a strip club or, whatever the fuck. At this time, I was very much so into going to strip clubs at this time. Now, anybody who know now, I don't do them shits because they corny to me. But at this time, I was all in. So we ride out. It was only 4 of us, though, but we went 2 cars deep. I'm in the car with Gary and, 2 other niggas. I can't say who it was, but I'm gonna have to actually revamp the story because there's certain parts in that. I'm gonna have to just revamp the story. Fuck it. So we ride out. So we pulls up in the parking lot of this hotel, motel, whatever. I'm not too. I don't remember if it was a Hotel 6 or a Hotel 8, whatever the fuck. One of them, or Super 8. I'm sorry, but it was one of those ones where you don't go into a building and get on the elevator or whatever the fuck. You go into the main joint, you pay for your little shit or whatever, then the rooms are all on the outside. We pull up in the parking lot, we get out, and we're walking by the rooms, and in the window of one of the rooms, there's a lamp with a blue light in it. That was the signal to go to that particular room. So we standing out front waiting for the other 2. We see them pull up, we see them get out the car. Me and Gary go knock on the door. Well, Gary knocks on the door. White guy opens the door. He's looking at us. He has like this container in his hand, plastic container. If you ever been to like Sam's Club or Costco or whatever, those big clear plastic containers that the cheese balls be in, niggas literally holding one of those at the door with money in it. And he's like, donations. Now, the donations were clearly optional because this nigga didn't put nothing in, but I put like a 5 or a 10 in there. Whatever was in my pocket. At the smallest bill that was in my pocket that day, I put in there. We walk in. Now, prior to walking in, I had an idea of what I was expecting to see. I'm expecting to see, titties, thighs, drawers. We go in and it was nothing that I was expecting. Like, you literally had, like, motherfuckers sitting around, like, laughing and joking like it was a fucking beer commercial and shit. And these were all, like, old white people, like, fucking substitute teachers and steel mill workers and shit is what it looked like. Like, I think the youngest person that I possibly seen, or I think it would have been an assumption, probably 35 would have been the next youngest person. That's how old a lot of these people look. And nobody was naked. Like, literally just sitting around talking and shit. I didn't notice this, that there was another door behind the door you know that opens for you to come into the room. It was one of those double rooms where it's two beds in each room, but they're connected by like one door. It was one of those type ordeals. So you walk in and I see like towards the back by the bathroom they have like snacks and wine coolers and shit. And I ain't gonna lie, my little hungry ass went over there to eat one of them cookies and shit. But I didn't because where we were at, bro, it's like there's no napkins over there. There's no telling nobody else like touch themselves and touch the cookie and put it back. They didn't even have one of those like plastic binder things around the shit. It was just out in the open. You don't want nobody else sex air on your food, so I just didn't touch it. Although there was nobody actually having sex in the room where the food was actually at. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm looking around. There's no black people there besides, you know, the niggas I came in with. So that door, you can actually hear like it's something going on in the other room. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, that's where the action at. I'm looking in the room that I'm in, and again, it's like maybe 4 or 5 women there, but they're all older, old, unattractive white women, and there's probably like 3 to 4 other guys out there besides the guys I came with. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go in the other room and see, you know, what it's looking like in there. So I go to the door, and the same white guy from the main door, he stops me. He's like, you can't go in there fully dressed. Excuse me? You can't go in that room fully dressed. Excuse me? You can't go in that room fully dressed. So I'm like, do I get naked right here and go in? He's like, no. You don't have to get naked. You just can't go in there fully dressed. I got hoop shorts and a shirt and some gym shoes. Okay. So I take my gym shoes off and I take my t-shirt off. So I'm just topless in my hoop shorts and some socks now. I go in the room and it's dark in there. Now, if you ever been in one of these hotels or motels that's like this, you know they have like those long, sheer white curtain things that you can see through when it's enough light outside or enough light inside. But because of the street lights and, you know, night lights that are outside in the parking lot, there's enough light for me to see who's who and what's where. So I'm seeing a bunch of white people and I see this one black guy. I don't see nothing but like chest, neck, head. He's fucking the shit out of some old white woman on the bed, bro. And you just see like gray hair and blonde hair just flopping back and forth or whatever. So I walk back towards the bathroom where it's like the bathroom light is on, but because of where the bathroom is positioned, the light doesn't shine on the rest of the room. It just shines on like this one area where the bathroom is at. Well, as I'm standing there by the bathroom or whatever, I don't know, bro. I was kind of disgusted a little bit. Well, let me not say disgusted. I was more so disappointed because I'm expecting to see like big titty white women, big booty black women all over the place. No, it wasn't even that, bro. It really was kind of like a disappointment. But as I'm standing there, I can hear like, you know, people talking and fucking. So it's not a complete loss. I'm a pervert. I'm listening. And I hear the lady, this had to be the same white lady that black dude was fucking because they were closest to the bathroom. And for me to hear it as clear as I did, it had to be them. You hear the fuck me harder, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. At some point, they finish. I'm still standing by the bathroom. White lady hits the corner. Oh, you's a tall, handsome one. Excuse me, let me get in here. Okay. All right. Now I see this woman's face. I finally get to see this woman's face. Titties look good. I'm not gonna lie. Her titties were great. Face, on the other hand, she looked like a trucker, bro. She looked like a trucker that tried meth, didn't like it, and tried it again just to be sure, and said, nah, this is just not for me. But that's not even the killer crazy part, right? So again, now at this point, I'm standing by the bathroom. I'm sitting there like in front of the bathroom while she's in the bathroom. I believe she was washing herself or whatever the fuck. I'm not looking in the bathroom. I'm looking like, so I'm standing by the door. I'm looking not in, not away, but like down from it. So there's another white lady. She's more of a bigger white lady. I can see her because she's walking towards the light. And I swear to God, bro, if I'm lying, I want to grow wings on my back and fly away tonight, nigga. This big goofy bitch says, oh, This pussy need to get ate. And the same nigga, bro, swear to God, I'll do it. And it's the funniest shit in the world, bro. Because of the way he sounded. And everybody else that I came with heard that, and they were not even in the room. That's how loud this nigga said the shit, bro. I had to get the fuck out of there. I had to. Because number one, I probably was going to get beat up because I'd have just started clowning, bro. Not going to lie, I'd have just started fucking clowning. Number two, I wasn't fucking nobody. Like, it was not one woman there that I would even got some head from that day, to be perfectly honest with you. And number three, I legitimately was hungry. And I really did want to eat one of those cookies, but I generally wasn't going to do that shit. So it was just like, yeah, this was kind of like a bus. This is absolutely nothing like the movie. So whenever I was hearing niggas talking about, you know, I went to an orgy this, I went to an orgy that. No, you didn't, bro. If you did, your shit wasn't. Bro, take me to the live ones, nigga. Take me to the live ones. So yeah, bro, that was like my first time ever going to an orgy. I went to an orgy and didn't fuck nothing. Went to an orgy and didn't even bust a nut, bro. I was so disappointed. I was so upset. Not that I didn't do anything, but I went to an orgy and all the people there were unattractive. Every woman in that motherfucker was unattractive. That shit turned me off for a long. Like, even to today, I'm still not really attracted to white women because of that shit. But yeah, I've been to a couple of orgies after the fact. Shits was lit, bro. Them shits was like the movies. Even if you don't participate on them shits was like the fucking movies. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all listening to this long, boring ass story. You probably thought it was gonna be something exciting at the end. It wasn't. I didn't fuck. I went to an orgy, paid $5-10 to get in, although I didn't have to, and I didn't fuck. That's the story, bro. That's the story. Appreciate you listening. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I'm finna go to bed.